Hello everyone, I'm Brendan Marcello. This is Joel A. Erickson. It's a Tuesday. We're outside the Auburn Athletics Complex. We talked to Gus Malzahn as we do every Tuesday. A lot of disappointment with him, with his offense and the performance they had against Kansas State, and it could obviously be a concern going forward because they got a gauntlet of teams, but before that they kind of get a little bit of a breather against Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, Malzahn made it very clear. It's not the he doesn't think that they have to change anything. He doesn't think that their philosophy of what they're doing. When I say that, what I mean is usually every other Gus Malzahn offense is taking a couple of games to get going because they're trying to learn their quarterback. Obviously, they don't have to do that this year, so he doesn't think that there's going to be major changes like there were last year when they started focusing on the zone read after the first bye week. He just said they've got to execute their base stuff better. They've run a lot of base concepts so far. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily look like that because of all the different formations and crap they use, but it's been mostly base stuff, and he hasn't been happy with the way they've executed in that base stuff.
Yeah, and you look at the offensive line. We talked a little bit about this earlier this week in these videos. It's just a lot of it's just execution by the offensive line. Getting to the second level, I notice a lot. They would get there, but I don't know if they quite knew where they were supposed to be at times.
Pulling guys missed a lot of people.
Yeah, so there's some issues there that they got to get it corrected, but as Rhett Lashley said Sunday, those are correctable issues. It isn't like it's a talent issue. It's not. They're getting pushed. They're getting things done. They just got to execute better, and you'd expect better from them 3 games in this season. And Louisiana Tech offers them an opportunity to get things straight because, man, after that, 7 of your last 8 games are against ranked opponents. SEC teams, obviously, very, very tough.
Yeah, Malzahn's kind of said it the last 2 days. We had Tiger Talk last night. At the end of that season schedule, you've got there's no looking ahead because it's all tough.
Yeah, every game.
Obviously, they've said all the right stuff, but not overlooking Louisiana Tech. But like you said, a chance to kind of get some stuff cleaned up here before the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because Manny Diaz's defense, obviously not the same talent level he had at Mississippi State in 2010. But Diaz likes to mix things up. He's very aggressive with play calls. He'll bring pressures from different sides of the field. And against Mississippi State back in 2010, Auburn's offense really struggled in the second half of that game. I remember covering it, and Diaz had a lot to do with that, with what they were trying to bring at Auburn. Obviously, 2 different situations now. Louisiana Tech doesn't necessarily have that type of talent, and Auburn feels much more comfortable in the system as compared to that point in the season when they were still getting used to Cam Newton at quarterback, believe it or not.
That being said, they're going to be looking for the offense to look really good, and this is just a guess, but that might mean that the starters go a little bit longer than normal.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
We'll have more stuff coming at AL.com. Probably a lot of secondary stuff, which is a joke because we've got mostly defensive backs this week for interviews.